Hey guys, it seems like the English subtitles for this drama aren't out yet, and who knows if they ever will be released. Anyways, I've gotten a few requests from you guys to explain the first episode of this series, so since I've been watching the show already, I might as well go through it with you. The first episode goes through a lot of the backstory to Listening Snow Tower, so understanding it will help you understand the rest of the story. Listening Snow Tower is based on a novel of the same name, and the story is good because it's a completely original wuxia world, complete with its own political struggles, heroes, and warring factions. It's a fresh change from all the remakes and adaptations that we've been seeing lately in drama and film. There will be spoilers in this video, so please turn it off right now if you don't want to know. So before I go on, make sure to hit that like button if you like content like this, and let's begin. The first screen introduces the backstory to the world this drama is set in. Bai Yue Sect has occupied the Jiangnan area using dark magic and has caused great harm to the people. Xiao Shi Hui, the newly appointed master of Listening Snow Tower, along with Bai Di, Xue Gu, and the swordsman known as Blood Demon, enter Jiangnan to battle Bai Yue Sect's leader, but in that fight, injuries are suffered on all sides and they're forced to withdraw. Not accepting defeat, Bai Yue Sect sneaks their forces into Zhongyan, the central plains, and prepare a full assault on the Listening Snow Tower. This is where our drama begins, and we're introduced to the young Shu Jing Rong, daughter of the Blood Demon swordsman. For a guy known as Blood Demon, Shu Shui Wei is a pretty friendly-looking dude. He calls his daughter Ah Jing as she practices her calligraphy. We find out that her mother has passed away, and she wants to send off a lantern into the sky for her mother's blessings and protection. As the lantern floats up in the air, it gets shot down by an arrow. More arrows start flying as the father figures out they're under attack. Bai Yue Sect minions are here, and he fights with them to protect his daughter. Remember that Blood Demon is among the 4 most powerful martial artists in this world, so he easily dispatches them until Bai Yue Sect's leader Hua Lian arrives. She tells him that if he hadn't killed so many people in the past and was willing to help her defeat Listening Snow Tower, she would have allowed them to live. Blood Demon reveals that the Bai Yue Sect was responsible for his wife's death, and they continue to fight, before he gets poisoned by Hua Lian's threads. She's able to control him now with the bell on her hands, and she tries to make him kill his own daughter. As he holds the sword out and gets ready to slash her with it, he instead stabs himself and pleads with Hua Lian to spare Ah Jing. Before he dies, he tells Ah Jing to live well and don't take revenge. As Hua Lian tells her soldiers to finish off Ah Jing, the leader of Listening Snow Tower himself, Xiao Shi Hui, comes to the rescue. We learn more about the situation as it is revealed that Shi Hui's daughter was part of Bai Yue Sect and were actually fellow apprentice sisters. Hua Lian had told Blood Demon earlier that the true reason for the invasion of Bai Yue Sect in Jiangnan was for Shi Hui's own personal gain to rescue his wife, not because of justice or doing good in the world. Shi Hui asks Hua Lian to spare his wife, to which she informs him that his wife has already been executed. This starts the fight between them, which ends in a stalemate as both are seen spitting up blood from their injuries. The scene then goes to Ah Jing in front of her father's grave holding his sword, and the young master of the Listening Snow Tower, Xiao Yi Qing, arrives on his father's behalf. She refuses to come to Listening Snow Tower, and he tells her that he will wait for her decision as he pays his respects to Blood Demon. In the novel, he was a frail and sickly boy, so in this drama, he takes off his cloak to keep her warm, but ends up coughing himself. They both start getting sick, so the old servant takes the pair to Bai Di and Xue Gu for treatment. Yi Qing's old illness that will eventually take his life flares up again, prompting Xue Gu to beg Bai Di to please save his student at all costs. Bai Di puts him in a hot water bath, but as the treatment seems to be failing, Xue Gu intervenes and transfers half his qi energy to Yi Qing in order to keep him alive. The scene switches to Ah Jing, and she's fine, but she holds her father's blood rose sword up against Qin Lan, Bai Di's most senior student, who tries to tell her that she's safe here, but she still runs off. He finds her at a cliff, and telling him she doesn't trust anyone in this world anymore, she jumps off into the water, telling herself that she will be with her parents soon. Qin Lan jumps after her and saves her from drowning. Bai Di then shows up and explains that her father's blood rose sword and sword techniques were developed there in Chensha Valley when he was still young. He suggests that if she does not want to go to Listening Snow Tower, she could stay there with him and his students. Ah Jing is still indecisive and runs off, and Bai Di tells Qin Lan to give her more time to decide, but to follow her and keep her safe in the meantime. We get introduced to Qing Yu, his other student at Chensha Valley, and the scene goes back to Ah Jing. She's trying to find a way to leave, and Qin Lan tells her that Master Bai Di has set up a trap at the entrance of Chensha Valley, and so she wouldn't be able to find her way out unless he showed her. After he saves her yet again, she agrees to staying in the valley as long as she can learn martial arts to defend herself. She comes back and sees Bai Di, who sees a sudden, ominous shift in the stars. He reluctantly accepts Jing as a student, fearing something will happen later on, and decides to only teach her defensive martial arts to protect herself and prevent bloodshed in the future. He tells her that from this day forth, she will be known as Qing Ming and not Shu Jing Rong. He tells her that he will keep the blood rose sword safe for her, hoping that the sword will never need to appear in the world again. And that's where the episode ends. That's the first episode to Listening Snow Tower. Thanks for joining me today. This drama has been enjoyable for me so far since I came in with few expectations. It's not perfect, obviously, and the fight scenes use pretty gratuitous slow motion sequences, but overall I'm still liking it and will continue watching. If you like this video today and would like me to cover more episodes in the future, let me know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!